Recently, a lot of Indians, Pakistanis, and even Bangladeshis have been sent back from the Georgia airport. In fact, we went about a month or so back, and let's just say we didn't have the smoothest experience either. Now, why is this happening, and what can you do so that it doesn't happen to you? Now, recently, Georgia had an amendment in their rules. Now, earlier, any GCC country, like if you were staying in UAE or Saudi Arabia, you could just show the residency and enter, irrespective of what your home country is. Now, recently, what they did was they identified 17 high risk countries for whom it was required that you should have at least 1 year validity on your visa. Now, what that does is, say for example, in UAE, typically if you get a visa, it is for 2 years. Now, the chances of you having a validity of 1 year in that is low. But typically, if that's the case, you're traveling on a residency, they would stop you at the airport itself and not let you fly to Georgia. Now, there are a lot of people who fulfill this criteria but are still sent back from the Georgia airport. And India is actually not in one of those 17 countries. So, why are Indians being sent back? Well, there was another amendment in that rule. The amendment was that if the guard at the airport feels that your purpose of stay is unclear, or if there is a risk of illegal migration there, they do reserve the right to send you back. They'll not even give you a reason. They'll just say randomly, okay, go back. Now, here are some red flags that they are typically looking at. A blank passport. You haven't traveled anywhere else and you're directly coming to Georgia. That's a big red flag for them. A male solo traveler is also a red flag. They feel that, hey, you are just here to look for a job and settle here. Lack of funds, lack of an itinerary. You don't have any hotel bookings, or you've booked hotels that can be cancelled. You don't have a return ticket, or you have interchangeable return tickets. All of these are red flags that they are looking at. And a lot of Indians, even with valid passports and everything, have been sent back. In fact, Georgia eased the actual visa rules for Indians. Even if you have a UK, Japan, Schengen visa, you can go to Georgia, but they are still sending people back if they have any doubt. Now, why is this happening? Well, the Parliament of Georgia is pushing a broader migration package to avoid illegal migrants and foreign influence to come into Georgia. If you ask the human rights groups, they are just saying that it is an agenda for the 2026 elections that is going to happen in Georgia. The border officials are actually told to err on the side of refusal if they have any doubts. Now, in our case, what happened was we were in Armenia, we couldn't get a flight, so we went to Georgia for a flight, and it was just 1 day. So that does raise some alarms for them. We were allowed a few minutes later. Now, some tips for you to avoid this. Well, carry papers of everything, your hotel bookings, your flights and everything, and do remember where you're going. And don't be vague about things. Don't say, okay, we are just here, we'll go to the wine region and drink some wine. Be specific. I'll go to Kaketi, I'm staying there for 2 days, I'm going to Tbilisi, I'm staying there for these many days. This is my return ticket, this is this. I have this much amount of cash, I have this much amount in my card. Know all the information, because when you are going for the interview, if they have any doubt, they will send you back. Ensure that you have all the permits. A lot of times a flight might allow you to go, but at the airport you would realize that you didn't actually have the permit. So ensure that you have that. Do dress like a tourist, if you know what I mean. Do keep your embassy number at hand as well, just in case. Yes, getting into Georgia is getting a bit more difficult, especially if you're coming from a few countries and look a certain way, look and behave a certain way. But that being said, once you enter Georgia, the people are very nice. They are extremely hospitable. It's a wine country, so they drink a lot of wine. The wine is very good. Do try out their wine. I like the red wine. The wife prefers the white and the amber wine. We do have an itinerary of Georgia as well. I will put it in the description and tag it somewhere here if you're watching on laptop. Anyway, so do keep all these things in mind. Do subscribe to our channel, and bye.